Here's clip number 1.
If, in fact, adult stem cell lines are working just as well, then of course we should try to avoid any kind of moral arguments that may be in place.
So, I mean, he maybe did not say that perfectly well, but what he means is that if we have adult stem cells working, then we should avoid the moral issues, the moral controversy regarding embryonic stem cell research, which is exactly what the British Medical Journal said as well. Go ahead.
Yeah, actually, I thought that was a great answer. It's exactly what almost anybody should have said in that situation. The one question I have for him, is obviously what moral issue is involved with embryonic stem cells, because if you're sitting there saying there's a moral issue, but you're Mr. Pro-Choice man, and I know that he doesn't stand on a platform that equates embryos with a living human life.
Right.
So, it's just a little glitch in his argument there, but his response was very good.
Right.
Well, yeah, Liz, that's exactly right. Number one, why is it a moral issue? Why do you think that
we don't even know if this is human life?
Well, and we didn't bring this up before on the last show, but why reduce the number of abortions if we don't know if it's human life? What's the big deal? I mean, we're not. No one's running on a national platform to reduce the number of tonsillectomies.
Yeah. I mean, the whole we want abortion. In fact, I did this in a debate one time with I think it was Planned Parenthood. I said, you say you want abortion to be rare. Why do you want it to be rare? Is it because you think abortion kills babies? Because you think abortion hurts women, or both?
Oh,
and
that's great.
Because I'm also against knee replacements.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, no, it's true. I mean, anytime you say we need to have less of X,
why?
Why do you want there to be less taxes? Oh, well, so people could have more of their own money. Why do you want there to be less war, so less people will die? Why do you want there to be less stem cell research or less abortions?
Because society.
People are arguing about it. We don't like having arguments. Let's not.
Well, I could see him answering that question. I mean, I wasn't a part of this discussion on the last segment, but I heard what you all said, and when Liz was bringing up the point about faith versus fact, if he in that segment was just merely, acknowledging that some have that belief system and others do not, well, then in this case, why moral? Because he's recognizing that some might have this belief and others may not. Because it's whether he agrees with it or not. He's just I'll say more after another clip, but I kind of want to talk more what I think his ploy is with this.
Can I say one other thing real quick before you play the next one? The other thing is, again, this is a very nice, wonderful statement to make. Well, I think we should do X. Okay. It's like what he said before about, well, I think we should reduce the number of abortions. Well, I think we should, look at this and, we should do X in regards to stem cell research. Okay, well, then why doesn't your record agree with that?
Yeah. He does not have any remotely anti-embryonic stem cell research voting record. I don't know why we would believe that he would have one in the future, but who knows? Maybe he'll turn around.
So either he's lying now.
Find that out in the presidency, though.
Either he's lying now, and this is not.
Anybody.
Yeah, that's true. Either he's lying now about his opinions, or he doesn't vote consistent with his opinions.
Right.
Which is worse? You decide.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I mean,
I'm not sure
honestly, would you rather have someone that lies to you or tells you how they really feel but doesn't act how they really feel?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure.
Well, I just want to clarify, because I'm not trying to hint at one versus another, but in general, like, if someone has a record, I mean, this is a life lesson. It's not, just a presidential thing.
Right.
If someone has a record of doing one thing and they're looking at making an advancement in life, you don't just trust that they will make a different thing if you give them this position. I mean, it's like the same with kids or promotion of a job. Like, you let their record speak.
However, I will say this though, and I love that Rick Warren said this. I don't have the audio, but he said, I don't have as much an issue with flip-flopping. I think sometimes when people say flip-flopping, is people learn better arguments that defeat what they have to say, and they alter their opinion. That's exactly what we should be doing. So I don't have as much of a problem.
Right.
If Obama right now is flip-flopping, I'm absolutely fine with that. Obviously, then it helps us to have a record to be able to kind of see, are you just saying it or are you not? But I'm okay with the idea of either of them flip-flopping on things because, honestly, I have flip-flopped on things. And I would hope that most people would be willing to flip-flop on things if they receive better arguments than they had already heard for
Okay.
one position.